we're doing things like the Real Rap podcast, I should mention. We got Brendan from Spokecast in the house. He's producing that. We've been going behind the scenes on that. So if anybody's nerdy about this stuff like me, like that's, we talk a lot about that stuff. But we're going to talk to other people in Spokane, hoopers, and get their stories and just expand the concept because, real rap, people get that, right? You could be a gym rat in any kind, way, shape, or form. So, good question, Tori. Any others? Sean?
I have a question about your character, what it is that you want, and whether you see that changing.
What's my motivation? Is that the question? Yeah, no, it's a good question. Originally, that was like everybody's biggest question mark about it, right? It was like, well, you can't have a passive character. That's not interesting. They don't want anything. Nobody's going to care about that person. The way I see it is we're introducing his life here. We're introducing the conflict. He's kind of at a crossroads, right? And he's also making the choice to avoid his life. So that's the active part of it, in my opinion. And I think what I would see for the character going forward is how does he choose to manage his life, right? Is he going to stay this very extreme example of a gym rat? Or is he going to get a job? So that's why we introduced those things with the voicemails, things like that. We didn't have any of that in the first version. So we added that for story. Rhea and Pete killed it, and Coach's voicemail, and and the outside part where the guy is pushing the cart, probably the best, thing in the film potentially. So.
And one other question, and I've seen it twice now.
How'd it feel the second time?
Just as one.
Okay.
It made me want more, which is great. It's like, why to be continued? Are you kidding me? Come on. But I missed the opening line, and I still could not get exactly what you said laying on.
Oh, yeah. The line is keep these bones moving. Hoop G's, as in hoop gods. So I wouldn't necessarily expect everybody to understand that. And then we reference it later on where he says, go ask the hoop gods for forgiveness. To me, that's just like a quirkiness of the character. It was, we got some things across, some things we didn't, but. Anyway.
Well, I'll just use subtitles.
Yeah. Any others? Cool.
I got one, Lou. So
yeah.
This is your first time doing like this type of production. How did you navigate that? Like, what was your process? How did you, I know firsthand because you were in Denver, but you went to film school for a year. But how did you figure this out? I mean, that's like a monumental task. It took you 3 years. What was your process for that?
Yeah. I actually feel a lot like the character. I was just saying this the other day, right? It's like, if you see this guy, the way his life is sort of being questioned, maybe he's not growing up, in the way he should or whatever it may be. I have lived many lives and made many choices. That's why I said my parents have no business supporting me, right? But it just started with, cold calling people around town and then getting in touch with people like Jerry from Mystery Ridge and Rick and Molly and Deshaun, and they just knew much more than me. So was I absolutely terrified of doing it? Yes, because, everybody's looking to you. What do you want? What shot do you want? And that's in that binder, like you have the shot list, you have all that, but you get on set, we had the gym from 9 to 2. There's stuff going on in the gym the whole time. So it's not like we're not shutting that down, right? We're just like navigating around what's happening in there. Then we're going outside, we're shooting in the rain. Anyway, I don't want to ramble, but I don't know. I don't know. I think there's something like, I just really wanted to do this, right? I wanted to try, and I knew Spokane was the perfect place for it. And yeah, hopefully we'll keep going, so.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, you're not getting on. You're not from here, but you knew you wanted to tell this story. What has that been like to tell a story from outside?
Partly was like the hardest part for me not being from here, right, is like, this is such a place. It's like a sacred basketball town to me, you know, and I don't take that lightly, right? The people who are real rats here, like real hoopers, those are people are, you know, guys I've looked up to my whole life, coming here in the summers, training in the warehouse. And I'm like, this is the perfect, where else would you do this story? You know, this story is built for Spokane, and I moved here to do it. So it's like, you know, I made that commitment 3 years ago. And I just hope, you know, we had some, especially in the first showing, but, you know, we got Steve-O, we got some real rats in here right now. Like, I just hope those are the people that I hope, like, you know, can see it and respect it, because that's who it's for, you know. So anyway, is that okay, Coach?
What's the process moving forward? So you've done this, now what?
Yeah, so it's hard to say. That's why in the first one it was, there's not a great answer to that, but
Money.
yeah, money, resources. Well, that kind of leads into the last point, and this can be the last question, but if you see these things taped on, and if you're missing any, you know, there's some down here if anybody wants to take some, but, you know, right now we just need all the help we can get. That could be introductions, that could be following us, right? That could be supporting us. We have, you know, donation thing here if you want, and that will keep us going at least for a while, but you know, we need to get in front of the right people. We need to have conversations with people that know a lot more than I do. I just did this all, you know, guesswork in a lot of ways with the help of the crew and everyone. So, you know, the process is just, tonight was about celebrating, you know, the accomplishment, get it out, get recognition here in town because it's for people here. The next 3 months, I think it's just having bigger conversations with producers and people who might be interested. This is really a proof of concept, right? So the goal here was to get 10 to 20% of what we hope to accomplish on screen. And I think we did that, you know, so yeah, from here we keep going. And if we can't accomplish that, then in the fall, you know, we could raise money independently through things like, you know, that are tools that are out there, but it takes a lot of money and it takes a lot of effort. So if anyone has ideas, we're open. We're all ears. It's hard to get people to care about stuff anymore, right? Everyone's so inundated. I get that. I'm inundated with stuff too. And hopefully this isn't just one more thing. This is a lot, you know, this is something we care a lot about. And that's why I was so involved with the whole process, because I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I want to do this and make this work. So yeah, so take one of these down here if you don't have one on your seat, and keep in touch and follow us, and we'll see what we can do. So.